This is the delivery walk around on the Reflection 315 RLTS. We're going to start the walk around on the coach here at the front. Here we do have your two 30-pound propane bottles. This is your regulator right here, which operates either bottle. Whichever way the black arrow is pointing is going to be the bottle that it's using. Here you do have your electric tongue jack. One switch is going to be for your docking light, and the other one's going to extend and retract here. So now we're going to move over to the side and continue the walk around. Here in this through storage compartment, we do have a 110 outlet, and above that we have a motion sensor light. There is a red knob above the light, which is your battery disconnect. It's very important to make sure if you're not hooked into power that you do turn that off to reserve the battery power. Over here are your entry door steps. They just fold down and fold back up just like this. And then your power awning, which the switch is inside, and it rolls in and rolls out by the switch. Right here on the outside, you do have a grab handle, so when you're getting ready to travel, it just lifts up and folds over the door just for holding the door secure. Right here on the outside of this slide out, we do have another 110 outlet, and we do have satellite and cable hookup if you wanted to mount a TV on the outside here. Moving on to the back, you have your ladder for getting up on top of the roof to keep it clean or anything like that. And then it is prepped for a backup camera for future. Down here you do have your hitch hookup, and moving on to the other side. These are your power stabilizer jacks. You have the extending and retracting of them. And this is just going to be to keep your camper stable so it's not rocking back and forth when you're inside of it here. Moving on down the slide out, you do have the outside of the refrigerator here. Over here you have the exhaust for your furnace. Just make sure you keep these vents clear of anything so there's no fire or any kind of hazards here. You have your power hookup, which is 50 amp here. Right here you have your gray and black tank discharge and a little docking light here.
Go ahead.
This here is the discharge for both your gray and your black tank.
Okay, go ahead.
Here you do have your valves for your gray and black tank. You got the two gray here and your black tank here. You do want to make sure that you're emptying the black tank first and then the gray tank to help wash out anything in that discharge. Here you do have your 6-gallon water heater. It does run off of propane and electric, and those switches are inside, so we'll go over those when we head inside. The only maintenance that you really need to do with this is you do have a little plug which is going to drain your water heater, which would be for your winterization purposes. It is a 15-16 inch socket there. Make sure before you take that out you do pull this pressure relief valve just to make sure that that water doesn't come spraying back at you. Here is an extra large compartment here. Inside this storage compartment here you do have a 110 outlet. Over here you have your satellite cable hookups for park cable. You do have a switch for your front cap lights here. All your valves here with pictures on what kind of camping you're doing. You got your dry camping, which would be your boondock camping, your city water camping, which would be your hookup at the campground. You got your winterization, and then your Santa flush or your black tank flush. Your black tank is going to get flushed right here, and you got your city water hookup right here. This is another gray tank here. And you do have a water hose to use for outside shower, which is hot and cold. Just hooks in, push the valve back. You use this to wash off any dogs, kids, anything like that for you. Right here you do have an option for solar charger. Sole purpose of that's going to be to charge your battery. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look on the inside. So now that we're on the inside, we'll talk about some of the features in here. This here is your max air vent switch, which is located above the island there. Over up here you have the thermostat that controls your AC and your furnace. Inside this cabinet here you have your monitor panel. So you have your awning switches here. You can tell your tank levels as well as how charged your battery is just by clicking on the button. You have your ceiling lights here, a step light on the outside of the coach, your water pump, your gas and electric for that water heater I was talking about, and your awning lights here. Down below you have all three of your slide out switches, which in and out. Moving on down, you have your power center, which you got your fuses and your breakers here. Everything is labeled for you. Moving into the kitchen area, you have tons of cabinet and drawer space here. You do have a light here. The refrigerator, you got your on and off switch, your auto and gas, and then your temperature setting with 9 being the coldest. The auto and gas, you can use the gas to keep food cold while you're traveling. I do recommend you just keep it on auto just because if you forget to switch it back to auto after you've been done traveling, it will automatically switch from gas to electric for you. Over here you do have your big farmhouse sink and the cover here. Again, tons of cabinet and drawer space. You do have your convection oven. And down here you have your gas stove top. To light these burners, whichever burner you want to light, you just turn the knob with the flame matching up with this white arrow here, and you just turn this sparker until your flames ignite here. For the stove, it's about the same thing, except you have to push and hold the knob while you're turning the sparker, and then you hold it for about 7 to 10 seconds for that pilot light to catch, and then you can go ahead and turn it up. You just got your little fancy oven light and your knob light here. You do have a very large pantry space for extra food. And moving on into the living room area, you have your electric fireplace, which only runs off of 110. You got your TV here and more storage space and your radio here. It does run off of Bluetooth, also acts as a CD player and a DVD player to this TV here. Here's the seating area. This is a couch bed, does pull out. You have your love seat over here, and then you also have a couple switches on the cup holder. You have your vibrating setting, your massage setting, your light setting, and also heat. Over here you have your dinette table. Here you have the light switch that goes above the dinette table, and above that you do have the switch for that second awning off of the slide out. Inside here we do have the medicine cabinet. Down below you have your stainless steel sink. Tons of storage space down below. Moving on above the toilet, you have more cabinet space here. We do have a standard RV toilet here. It's just your foot pedal flush there. On over into the shower, you do have a trifold door for that. And right above that, you have a skylight. Coming on back to the middle of the bathroom here, you do have an exhaust fan. Up here, you do have another AC vent. And down below the shower, you have a furnace vent. Here in the bedroom, we do have an extra large closet here that is set up for washer and dryer if you'd like to put that in the future. You got your queen size bed here with a couple of lights above. You also have some storage space here below. Moving from the bed, we have more storage space over here. Down below you do have an extra 110 outlet over here. You have your thermostat for the AC back here in the bedroom, and then this is your light switch for all the lights that are in the ceiling back in the bedroom. Right over here you have your dresser with tons of drawer space, and then right above you have a couple extra cabinet spaces with a place to mount a TV. And this concludes your walkthrough on your 315 RLTS. I hope you enjoy your new RV and have a great day.